Hello, this is my English speaking practice, and I'm talking about my personal development. And today, I'm going to develop Unity, develop the 2D game, and I'm working on the UI layout. Yeah, actually, I haven't understood how to configure the layout and how to integrate these objects with scripts. So I'm asking AI, and yeah, I follow the instructions. Yeah, this is such a hassle than I expected. So I forgot where I left off. I created prehab. Created prehab and script. Attach the script. Maybe. Yeah. There is two prehab and attached the script. Yeah. And then I need to here select the grid manager and set the prehab. I already set it, and wait, and this is a grid manager. And how about this hand container and set the prehab. Hand display manager. Maybe I haven't created. Hand manager component. No, hand container object. Select the hand container object. That is this. Oh, here. And I should set a hand card prehab. Maybe. Sorry. This is annoying, and I should choose here and hand card prehab. Okay, that's it. Hand card prehab and hand container and card spacing. These are the arguments for the script. And next, create a game UI test script which is done by AI. This is it, and game UI test object. Create a game UI test object. Okay. Create empty and game UI test and attach the game UI test script. Okay. The script is here, so I drag and drop, and in inspector, grid display manager and hand display manager, I have to integrate grid manager and hand container. Nice. Maybe these options are filtered by the types, so maybe yeah, this is a corresponding field and this specify the types, so the Unity search the object that is suit for this class, this type. Yeah, so there is only one object of this type, and out start test and show debug info. Okay, give it a try. Oh, that's nice. But here is the console log. There are some error messages like null reference exception or unassigned reference exception and null reference exception. But regarding hand, not bad. The hand is shown up in a proper place. But regarding here, regarding map, there is no grid generated, so something wrong. Card spacing. Mm. Feeding the error messages into Cloud Code. Hand container is not initialized. I'm not sure. So I noticed that even if there is Gen AI, if you cannot understand it, you cannot make it. Yeah, so I need to learn Unity more. So let's relearn the test. Yep. Grit. Grit cell prehab. Where is this message? Create grid UI. So what is the root cause? Grid cell prehab. Grid display manager. I should grid display manager. Grid manager. Oh. Oh, I see. Grid cell prehab. Okay. That was a careless miss. So let me how it goes. Oh, we see the not bad. But there is still an errors. Curl spacing. Should be initialized here. So I don't know the object reference not set to an instance of an object. I see. I change but I change the data type from horizontal layout group to vertical layout group. Vertical. Let me see the hand container or here vertical layout group BE so I think it should be fine. Let's rerun the test. All good. Nice. Okay. And the clip is working. Yep. I don't know why this card is here. And I want to okay. What is this? hand card prehab. Please. Huh? Maybe I should delete. Delete this one because the prehab is used from grid manager and hand container, so yeah, there is no need to be on the canvas, right? So let me check it again. Oh, it's degraded. So let me see the prehab is here, so yeah, like this, and about like this. Right again. Yeah, all good. Okay. I could remove the central game object. So next I want to move this map to right and downward, and here these maps should be in column direction. It expresses shallow water and middle ocean and deep ocean, and player can choose the ocean level by clicking, and the main map reflect it, and player can drag the water creature onto the map. That is the fundamentals. So I will fix the layout and integrate the features. Okay, so this is grid panel. This is called grid panel, and this have a rect transform and specify the position X. Yeah, so it's like three, two, oh, and 600. So position Y, this is here is the baseline, and it's negative direction. So here is 600. I want to align this line. So let me see this panel's height, 800. So 800, and handle panel is negative 540, because the entire length of y-axis is 1080, so the positive y should be a half of it, so that is 540, right? Something wrong. Yeah, something wrong. What is the difference? Oh, pivot is I see. Maybe pivot means base. Yeah, like this. So pivot means the base point of the object. So 0.5 means the half of the object. So the pivot is located here if the value is 0.5 and 0.5. Yeah, so this is good, and I want to move this to here, and it expresses the depth of the oceans, so shallow, middle, deep ocean. So I put them in column direction, and the grid panel is like this. And these panels have a grid panel as a parent object, so this position is based on the parent object grid panel. So maybe I should set the top left, and so the base point should be here, maybe here, and position X is 0 is here because the pivot is here. Okay, I understand. So yeah. The pivot is on the exactly top left point of the parent grid panel, right? So maybe yeah. So the base point is modified, but I don't know why there is tiny distance. I expect that the right top corner and left top corner of the parent object should be same. Yeah. But it's okay, no problem. So I want to move it to left a bit. So the position X yeah, and like this. Yep. And this is what? Oh, top left. And 80. Okay. And okay, I will go with this. It's not important because Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the changes is reverted because I'm running on the test, so the changes is temporary. Changes was temporary, so the changes is reverted. Let me do it again. I think, and the pivot should be, and the Y position like this. Yeah, that's it. And for shallow water, the base point should be top left, and like this. Yeah, not bad. And the position X is same, and the pivot should be 1 1. So, like this. Not bad. And last one, 1 1, top left, minus 80 and 2. Like this. That's it. Okay, I made it. Okay. Organized. And rerun the test. Okay. Okay, next. Oh, I want to show the grid on the central map. Grid display test is this. This is a grid display manager and layer containers. So I will let me let me see how to say grid panel. Yeah. I want to display the grid on the parent grid panel. Right now, there is no grid displayed on the parent grid panel. Yeah, player can select the layer of the ocean. The selected ocean's grid should be shown up on the parent grid panel. So can you update the script? I think layer selection manager. On cell clicked. Actually, the grid information should be on only the parent grid panel. So right now, each layer always have grid information, but it's not needed. So the player can select the layer of the ocean, and the selected ocean is shown up on the main grid panel, and the player can click the grid. show only the show only the maybe I will need to change the Unity side. Because this have a grid layout group, but don't need it. Instead, this grid panel is should have a grid layout group. I'm getting understood. I'm getting understood. Create main grid UI. Yeah, the main grid container should be specified, and the grid layout group. Main grid display manager. Update the game UI test. So I've added two manager, and the public field should be associated in Unity side, but there is no public field. But maybe the calling get component like this, this function expect that this main grid container should have a grid layout group. So this is what I should care about. let me see the summary. Implementation for selecting main grid. The features. Player can select a layer of the oceans, and the selected layer grid is displayed on the main panel. And main grid display manager is for integration management of selecting layer and selected layer main grid displays. Layer selection manager. I'm not sure why this is separated. And I have to update the UI structure like this. Layer selection panel. Yeah. Okay. And I add the main grid panel. That is UI panel, main grid panel, and 6x6 grid cells. How to create here's how to create a 6x6 grid cells in Unity using the main grid display manager system. Main grid panel and set panel properties and grid layout group component. Okay, I see. Create bottom panel. I've already done and set up my grid. I see. I'm yeah. Got it. Got it. And so the main grid panel should be show the background maybe. So the set at top left and the position is and no 800 square, and the pivot is I don't know. The position feels like 0.5 and 0.5. How about it changed to 0.5 to 0.5 and yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay, like this, and add the component and grid layout group. That's it. I'm cell size 50 and the spacing is 3 upper left horizontal, upper left column count, next column count 6. That's it. Main grid panel is defined. Okay. And I have to replace the grid manager. Grid layout group, main grid display manager. Replace the grid display manager. Add layer selection buttons to the UI. What? I'm confused. Grid manager is the name is changed. Okay, I yeah, delete it and create a new one. The name is main grid, and the script is cannot add script. Why? Because the script class cannot be found. Make sure compilers so layer containers here, display grid manager, so I can delete it. How about this? Oh, grid layer grid manager. Oh, oh, I should not have deleted the grid display manager. Get ocean grid selected layer. Get ocean grid. So maybe. So this means main grid. Yeah, I think so. Yep. The errors have gone away, and so attach the script to object, and the prehab is this, and main grid container. Main grid container is main grid container is and I realized that I misunderstood. Even if these values scope is private, these fields are integrated to UI like this, and cell size and spacing is like this. The button, the button, so I should change this to button. Since I'm bothered to set the positions, so can I create a button in this panel? Button, should I capitalize and I integrate to associate with main grid panel? No, game grid, main grid display manager, it requires buttons. Yeah. So this script can detect the event about these buttons. And the transform is main grid container. What should I associate with for transform main grid container? I should associate it with the panel that will contain this panel. Main grid container. So maybe I should create this is also panel, so I think I should do it as same structure, so panel maybe, and main grid container, and the position is stretch. Stretch. Why this is yeah, the main grid panel have a grid layout group, so this goes into main grid container. Let me try drag. Oh, it works. Really? Let me check. Oh, it worked. Oh, and it changed properly. Maybe the grid size is not good, but yeah. $800, so yeah, 660. Yeah, save and rerun it. Oh, not changed. How about this? It says the main grid display manager is null, but we are looking at this grid. So it's confusing. This function is called at first in update main grid display. Yeah. So at first, maybe the shallow water layer is selected as a default. So, but I'm not sure. How this test work? Okay, UI test start, create test hand data test hand display test grid display. Okay. So before starting test in update main grid display is called. But I want to test about test grid display, and that's problem. No problem. What I want to test is when select a layer, the grid should be switched properly. So select layer, and yeah, maybe this is called properly, and only you're selected. Select layer. うんうん。ん Why the code is changed? うーん Main grid display manager on layer selected. Huh? Let me explain how C# events work and show you how to create listeners for the on layer selected events. When layer is selected, this means check if anyone is listening on layer selected and invoke call all listeners with the selected layer. Yeah, here are different ways to listen to this event. Hmm. 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 Is it needed? On layer selected. Why? Maybe this is because we want to share the event as a trigger. So by doing this, the main grid display manager can detect on layer selected. Let me see on card selected. And this is the listener. This is a listener, but I think this is not. This doesn't belong to hand display manager, right? This is in the game UI test. display manage. What? Event is declared. Hand display manage. Okay. An event is subscribed like this. This is the event and this is the listener. Event is fired. Invoke. Event is fired with some informations, and the listener method is called. So this is okay. Let me see. So in the same scope, so it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Game programming is interesting. So if I'm familiar with Unity, the design of programming is so interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be so interesting because it's complicated, so it worth designing. So here is the explanation. Yeah. So thanks to this, I start to think that there is no need to associate a lot in Unity side, because the interactions between game object can be executed on the script side. So So I want to organize my thoughts. Okay, thank you. I'm starting to think that we can connect each game objects in script side. So I don't like to edit something in Unity side. So I want to implement features in script side as much as possible. Yeah, but I know it's impossible to implement all of them. So I want to organize and design it again. What is the criteria? Or what is the condition where I should use the association in Unity side? Please explain it. Excellent question. You are thinking like a real software architect. Let me explain the criteria for. Oh, what is this? UI manage. Okay, let me see. When to use script connections versus Unity inspector connections, script side connections versus Unity inspector, when to use script side connections. Find managers automatically. Connect events, when to use, only one instance exists. I see. Objects have unique names and tags, dynamic connections based on the game state. Okay, dynamic object creation. Create grid cells, like 36 cells are created and via grid cell prehab, and the cell is initiated and it should have grid cell UI and auto connect events, and the cell should here left side is the event, so that this means a cell on click event, and subscribe the handle cell click. Makes sense. Component out discovery. component auto discovery. Get component. I see. When to use Unity Inspector connections. Specific UI elements. Hard to find specific UI elements. Exactly. And a good inspector ignorance. Okay, so we need to prepare the field like this and associate it with it by dragging in inspector. And asset references and okay. But there is no reason. Loading assets by name. Grid cells. There is no reason. And multiple similar objects. Buttons. Which button is which? Hard to distinguish. I see. So it should know three types of buttons. So this function cannot use for that. So the static UI element should be connected in inspector, and set references and multiple similar objects. Okay. Hybrid approach. Let me see. The UI manager, and it connect automatically as much as possible in script side, and it should know main grid container, hand container, prehab. Because this is static UI, so it associated in inspector. And about the layer button, this is we should distinguish which button is which. So these are defined like this. And about manager, can be detected automatically, so it can be connected in script side. And awake. out discover components. And can be singleton manager can be out detected like this. Find object of type. Okay, maybe these instances are initialized on the memory, but it is singleton, so can find this function, I guess. And if it not found, the game object is created and associated the script. This is what I did in the Unity editor. Okay, so I feel like I don't need to create an empty game object to attach the script, because we can do it like this, right? Yeah, but I don't know the best practice, but I can do it like this. This is also. And how about setup manager references? Main grid manager. Okay, main grid manage this. This should know the prehab and container and buttons. I see. Okay. I said I can do this, but I realize this we should do that in script size, but this uses reflection, which is execution on runtime, so it is not preferred. Yeah, so yeah, I realized I should avoid this way. Okay, but it can be set private field. This field is basically expected to be set in inspector, but it can be in script side as well, like this. And connect all events is event publisher and subscription architecture and hard manager on card selected and yeah, this is easy to understand. And I've seen the on-click function association. It is in another scenes. It is main menu, and main menu has a button. Button. and like this on click. Mm. Mm? What? 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 Canvas. Mm? How about hand container? Hand container and hand card prehab. I remember prehab. Prehab have a prehab have a button like this, and the on click is empty. Okay, because no need to set or associate the listener functions because it have a script, and hand card UI script is like this, and but where is the event? Event is defined here. And select card. On card clicked. So the button on click is a different way. It is simply subscribe the event like this. Okay. Okay, today I'm going to finish. I have some progress today, and I learned about criteria when to use the association in script side. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye. See you tomorrow.